Let's take a look around the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. It's been on the calendar since 1950, it's one of the originals as well, and over 7 kilometres, it's the longest track on the calendar. Get a good exit out the last corner and boot it hard across the line down towards turn 1 at La Source as well. Heavy braking zone all the way down into third gear. Hug the inside line as well. Let the car drift out. Use all available curb as you head downhill on the original start-finish straight before you head to Eau Rouge, the red water. Hit the bottom at Eau Rouge, rise up the hill as you reach the top of the crest at Raidillon. The car unsettles itself as it sort of balances out, and then you start. Open up the DRS as you head down the Camel Straight all the way down towards the Lecombe chicane. 8th gear, flat out, hit the brakes at 100 km boards, flick the car in 4th gear, ride the curbs as you come in towards Malmedy. Keep on the throttle as well. You can now pretty much take it flat out as you head downhill towards Ravage. Nice double apex corner as you try to loop it back up. Coming through now, Jochen Rin, the Speaker's corner, flicks through as well. Take a wide exit because now you're going to effectively go downhill towards Pouhon. Flick the car in, drop down to 6th gear from 8th. Maximum throttle for the second half as well. You can take all the speed as you come up towards the Fagnes chicane. Down from 8th gear all the way, full in 5th gear as well. Maybe pull down to 4th depending on what the grip is like as well as you approach the fearsome Stavelot as well. Flick the car in, mid-power exit, full power as you come round the Curve de Port Frere 1 and then up towards Curve de Port Frere 2. This used to be an original part of the street circuit here as well. It's the entrance of the circuit as you fly through the second half as you approach Blanchimont. Flat out, hug the inside line as well, flick the car in and hope for the best. The bus stop chicane then as well, down all the way to 2nd gear. 2, the one to the right, 1 to the left, back on the accelerator at the exit, DRS open as you cross the line, and that is a lap of the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Hello everybody and welcome to qualifying for FIA Formula 3 here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Conditions are horrendous as well. There's a lot of standing water. We're hearing reports that the session is delayed. We've yet to have that officially confirmed. We will do, though, in a few moments. The cars have made their way from the support pit lane out on the track to the main pit lane, which is a good sign, but we've yet to see whether or not we're actually going to go green. Let's sync up and get going. Rain, rain, go away. That's pretty much what everyone is thinking here. We welcome you to FIA Formula 3's 8th round of the campaign here for qualifying at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Well, track temperature's at 22 degrees, air temperature 18.5, 94% humidity. It is wet, and the cars are in the pit lane. We are hopeful that we're going to get a session going green. The rain has actually eased off just a little bit, but race control, the session is delayed by 5 minutes. So a normal procedure there, as they had to make sure everyone got back to the pit lane okay. The spray's not going to be too bad, but that rain has slightly eased off. We experienced about 15 minutes ago, but it could come back with the sort of the eye of the storm at the moment. Alongside me in the commentary box is Josh Tianomi, and Richie is with us as well. So we'll start by saying good afternoon to you, Richie, as well. Welcome back up to the broadcast booth. It's just what we're all fearing, really, a wet session in Formula 3.
Yeah, well, you look at the top and you can see session delayed by 5 minutes. That gives me heavy flashbacks to 2021.
Yes.
And obviously, we never actually got underway for a Formula 1 Grand Prix. Obviously, this is Formula 3, and obviously, with the recent events happening at Spa, you can expect the feeder series to be a lot more careful when it comes to the wet weather. Obviously, apart from the fact of being dangerous, also you can think of the mental game of, obviously, many drivers were friends with Delano van der Hoff, so obviously, they might not want to race and qualify in these conditions, which is totally understandable. So hopefully we get underway, but obviously, if it doesn't, it is, more than understandable from our end at least.
Amazingly, I'm seeing sunshine in the pit lane.
Oh,
And he was chucking it down not 10 minutes ago. And now it is bright sunshine. I cannot understand this as well. Yeah, go on, Josh T. Welcome.
Hello, Simful's asked if he can join for a second
Of course he can.
in the trackside.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get him on a camera then. Well, when he comes in, hello. Synthil's just joined the call. I don't know if he's going to have a camera on. If not, we'll have to work out and see who he needs to disconnect to get him in. But hello, Synth. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Oh. Yeah, I don't think the connection is really that.
Synthil, we can hear you if you can hear us. How is it trackside?
Well, at the moment, I was going to the fan zone, but I wanted to see the Formula 3 quality, so I'm going back to the grandstands. But the sun just started shining here. I'm not joking.
We can see on the TV pictures as well, but it was really heavy rain. So are you drenched already? Or were you dry
Absolutely.
out?
Yeah, it really is. But we had to go to get to the fan zone to some sort of little foresty thing, and there was just a lot of mud, and my shoes are really
Oh,
so dirty right now.
that's not great at all. Are you camping there this weekend?
No, we're staying in a hotel, which is half an hour away from here. Not too far away, but a bit of a drive. So, and after that, there's quite a big walk from where we park to the circuit itself.
Are you enjoying it though? That's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Yeah, just the weather wasn't really that nice for a second, of course, but still enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, we've only seen a few cars. We have only seen Verstappen twice, of course, so that was a bit of a shame. But we'll see what's gonna happen next. I think it will be better for now, the weather.
We've just had it over the radio that there's going to be no rain for the next 15 minutes, so that's a good sign. But then there's a big rainstorm coming in on the radar, so hunker down, I would say.
Uh-oh, that's not very nice for qualifying or not, for Formula 1 qualifying.
Who's your tip for pole then, if we do get a session for F1?
Uh-oh. Well, I hope we can. I hope it should be fine for qualifying then.
Would you, since last question before we let you go, is because the session's about to start soon, so you need to get back on your seat. But would you rather be at the Belgium Grand Prix or the Dutch Grand Prix? Now you've done both.
Oh God, that's a difficult question actually. I think well, because of the Dutch Grand Prix, you're just gonna see the cars a lot more, of course. So I want to say, but this track is better in my opinion. But I would still say Zandvoort because it's a lot better as well to get to the circuit compared to here.
Everybody in the commentary box is extremely jealous right now that you're there. Although I'm sure you're jealous that we're in the dry.
Yeah, well, it's dry now at least, but I can maybe join the call when I'm back at the grandstand then.
More than welcome
For a short
to
bit.
more than welcome to come in and give us some things as well and what you're seeing out there. But
Absolutely.
are you all right? Is it all good?
Yeah, I'm just on a bit of a hike here, trying to get back to the grandstand.
Well, go and enjoy it then. You've got around about 60 seconds until it gets a bit noisy out there because the cars are going to go out for their session.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Let us know about the
Oh, I don't know.
spray. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I've missed I don't know where to go. I'm lost. Okay, I'll I'll talk to you in a bit.
No worries, Synthil. See you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Synthil there. He was trackside this weekend at the circuit. Francosure, and we'll hear from him as well throughout the weekend. He's going to be sending us some videos as well that we'll be showing in our qualifying build-up later on this afternoon. Omi, we're about to go green. Probably the best conditions for Formula 3 right now. Yes, it's wet, but it's good conditions in front of the sun's coming out, so we might just get away with this half-hour session.
Yeah, good afternoon, Josh. Hoping that we are going to be getting some running, but obviously safety is priority. We are getting some running now, though, as they are all making the way to. But the question is, how long are we going to be getting this running? And this is going to be crucial now. Every single lap, so they're all going to be rushing out there because this is crucial now. Because if the rain is going to come down later on, they need to get their laps in right now, and this is going to be the best of the conditions they get. So they need to make sure that they aren't making mistakes, and they've really got to make sure they're out at all times to get the best of the track conditions before maybe it starts bucketing it down again.
Yep, here's the weather radar. We're at the centre of the dot. There's more heavy rain incoming as well. And then it's a break for like an hour before we head into F1 qualifying, and it's going to really build up as well. And Rich, I suppose we've commentated on many a racing here at Spa in esport races as well. And when it rains, it's tricky. But in real life, it must be absolutely terrifying. Look at the wall of spray already down the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah. Well, Josh, if you remember back to the season, I think 33 or 32, we
Yes.
did do F3, obviously not in the F3 cars, but around Belgium, and it was wet, and it was a really nice race. So hopefully we can kind of bring the esports to real life and get an even better qualifying race here as well. And a bit of short news about Alpine. Mattia Binotto is on the shortlist for the next team principal role.
They clearly don't want to win then, do they?
No. Yeah, if people don't know, they've released Alan Permain and Otmar Safnauer after the Belgian Grand Prix. At the moment, it will be Bruno Famin or Famin who will take the role of team principal at the moment. He's currently the developer of the power unit. So, very interesting moves then at Alpine, as usual. Every year we get them.
Otmar Safnauer was the 5th longest team principal, and he was only in the job 9 months. He's been in that job less than a year, and they've already sacked him. I think, as well, Richie, it's pointless, isn't it? You can't.
Yeah.
In that case, is Fred Vasseur going to get sacked at the end of the season? You can't turn a team around in less than a season because you haven't actually developed a car. He hadn't developed this year's car. That was last year's team principal.
Yeah, well, I think looking through, you can see the changes between team principals. Obviously, now we've got Andrea Seller in the team principal role at McLaren. You can tell he's done a great job of moving the team up this year. James Vowles done a great job at Williams. So sometimes new team principals work, but then obviously you have the likes of Toto Wolff and Christian Horner, who have been at their teams for years. And obviously with them being, consistent at their role, they do a great job. So I think having a long-term team principal and a new one can work. But yeah, Safnauer, it's been a bit of a weird role, hasn't it, Alpine? He's done a lot, but it seems like the team have kind of gone nowhere. They lost Alonso, which I think was their biggest loss. Then after that, it's like, they're getting double DNFs, power unit failures still, and it's a big shame because, Alpine, Renault, have, they've got a big history in Formula 1, and it's kind of just similar to Ferrari, being just thrown away as of recent.
I think as well the big thing we've got to think about, Josh T, as well, is the fact that they wanted to have, the L plan of within 100 races there'd be a race winner. They did that in Hungary, but to be consistently at the front, it hasn't worked out for them. And it's because they haven't got consistency. They let Laurent Rossi go at the start of the month. Now they've let their team principal go and their chief technical officer and everybody else up there with Pat Fry going out. He's now left and has joined Williams. It's just been made official that he is there as chief technical officer because he was sacked. He doesn't have to go on gardening leave. So that's a very interesting factor. He can go straight to work at Williams because he was fired. And Otmar Safnauer presumably can go and take a team principal role elsewhere. So where can Otmar Safnauer go in terms of team principal role? I have not got a clue where he could fill back in.
AlphaTauri.
Nah, because that's going to go to Laurent Mekies, isn't it?
Oh wait, yeah. Well, maybe his time in Formula 1's done. Maybe other sport.
Yeah.
Other motorsports.
Because I can't see. Laurent Mekies apparently is being groomed as a replacement for Christian Horner, which I can't wait for because it means Red Bull aren't going to win any races. But as Bortoletto, a little bit off the track down at Speaker's Corner, turn 9, the Jochen Rindt curve as he's on his opening lap. The spray's not too bad in a Formula 3 car. I think we're in a grace period at the moment with the weather, so we might get it all in. No, I've cursed it. Yellow flag out on the track. Yeah, commentator's curse right on. Now, is that going to be a red flag? It's yellow sector 2. And that's why Karloff That is at the Fania chicane ahead of Bortoletto. It's
We're
not,
green.
yeah, we've gone back to green. It's Kalen Frederick who had slid off the track there, just going on. And Bortoletto nearly going off at Stavolo. BWT Alpine F1 team announcement has just dropped as well in my inbox. I think it's also dropped on Twitter as well. So I will read it out to you as Bortoletto comes up towards curve to Porfred 2. Then he comes into Blanchimont now, flat out. Otmar will continue. BWT Alpine F1 announces today it will part ways with team principal Otmar Safnauer by mutual agreement following the Belgian Grand Prix. Otmar will continue his duties as normal for this weekend's race in Belgium before leaving the team ahead of the summer break. The team would like to thank Otmar for his hard work over the past 18 months and for leading the team into 4th place in the constructors' standings in 2022. The team wishes him the best for the future. The team also confirmed it will part ways with sporting director Alan Permain, who's been there for 34 years, by the way. By mutual agreement, Alan will also continue as well this weekend before departing ahead of the summer break. After 34 distinguished years at Enstone, the team extends its thanks to Alan and wishes him the best for the future endeavours. The team also announces that Pat Fry will leave the team to continue his Formula 1 career elsewhere. Bruno yellow flag out again, and I don't like that one because it's just where it is. Yeah, Pat Fry to Williams. Where's this yellow flag come out then? We've gone green. It was sector 3. Bruno Famin, VP, the Vice Principal of Alpine Motorsports, will assume the control as well. But we've got the times coming in now. Gregoire Saucy, top, 2:26.165. Then we get O'Sullivan, Boganovic, Bortoletto, O'Sullivan, yellow again, now back to green. Aron, followed then as well by Foloroli, Barter. Then we get Marty, Barnard, Bedrin, Montoya, Browning, Mansell, and Mini goes up to 5th now as well. So time's coming in thick and fast, but it is Gregoire Saucy at the moment, fastest one at 2:26.165, and this is the yellow flag. Everyone trafficking in the last corner. But look at Roberto Ferreira jumping the queue.
Ooh, wow. Definitely not the gentleman's agreement most drivers agree to, and that is...
4 wide.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Or
impeding.
wide at the bus stop chicane, anyone?
I don't think that's very fair at all.
Oh, he's knocked the bollard
Yeah.
over.
Oh,
Oh,
That's what the
Bye-bye.
yellow. That's the yellow. That's the reason for the yellow at the bus stop. That bollard.
Rest in peace,
Also-
Bollard.
a bit of a question. Not to sound quite unprofessional, and I think I should know what I'm on about, but who is Shin?
New driver came in last weekend. It's Wu In Shin as well, who came into the championship last weekend in Hungary.
Oh yeah, because it's not good for a commentator not to know someone is. But I looked through and I thought, I don't recognise that name. Who did he replace?
Oh, who did he replace?
I don't know. Simonazzi joined in.
was it Hunter Gainey?
Yeah, he replaced Santiani. Yeah.
Frederick's quickest in the second sector. The track's evolving very quickly. I think at this point anyone could take pole position, couldn't they? And that was someone's time being deleted. I believe that was Ollie Goethe, who was sitting in the top three then. Yeah.
TCC says, hey guys, hope you don't mind me saying this. If you guys keep walking it down, it makes some of us dizzy watching your stream. Just feedback, hope you're doing fine. I have to sort of stand up in the commentary box, but I rock side to side, and I'm always controlling things. That's why I'm moving around. I don't know why Omi moves around there. Probably the same
Can't
reason
keep
as me.
still.
Yeah. 2:26.077 for Frederick going fastest as well. It's physically impossible. The amount I stand up in the commentary box, it's impossible for me not to move around at some point, otherwise I'll get leg ache. But I always stand a bit and I start rocking.
I move
Lots.
forward and backwards.
Yeah, I go side to side, look like a pair of window wipers half the time. Frederick, though, 2:26, looking good. Saucy second to ART, still up there, looking good. Sullivan third, Carl Collette's gone fourth, Dino Boganovic is fifth, Gabriel Bortoletto sixth, Nicola Tusolo seventh, Colapinto, Aron, and Foloroli round out the top 10. We'll try and stop the moving a little bit. No worries.
Oh, Mini's time got deleted as well, which isn't good for him. He should be one that's definitely up near the top. Mini, I've been watching through. He's had a bit of a weird season, hasn't he? He's looked very quick at some points. He's looked dominant. But then at other points, he's just looked like an average driver, which is a shame for him, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's, Gabriel Mini was sort of in the title hunt and then dropped off in the mid-half of the season. And that put Bortoletto in a position where he could clinch the title this weekend. That's the thing. We could have Bortoletto as champion. He needs to dominate sprint and feature, and he could take it before we even have to go to Monza in a month and a half's time. Oh, just
We've
about a
got
month.
4 rounds, haven't we?
Yeah, 2 here, 2 in Monza.
Yeah. And, Solov quickest in the first sector. That's very nice to see. And Saucy on improvement, Bortoletto on an improvement, and that is Zach O'Sullivan with the purple First sector with a 40.4. That is 4 tenths quicker than I think many drivers on the track at the moment. So that's a very nice for him.
Yeah.
And Saucy quickest in the second. So yeah, many purples coming out now as we head through.
40.5 for Tusalo, so 44.4 for Sullivan. They're the two quickest, but yeah, Saucy's middle sector's a 106.4. Everyone else is 106.8 for Tusalo in that middle sector as well, so he's down a little bit on that time. So for 106.8 for Bortoletto, 106.6, 106.4 for Saucy. Yep, so they are getting quicker. Track is beginning not to dry out, but just get smoother, less water on the racing line, go faster, but it's still going to be wet. It's not going to dry out. The track temperature is 24 degrees, air temperature 19, a little bit of sunshine. Saucy does a 225.904. Doesn't matter. Tusalo goes faster, 225.814, 9/100ths of a second faster. Bortoletto into the last corner, up the hill, turns on the inside, a left. So right, then a left, into the last corner, booted hard out the bus stop. Championship leader Bortoletto needs pole position. Does he get it? Third only, 225.953. Paul Aron, fastest middle sector, across the line, top dollar, 225.699. And it's Aron, Tusalo, Saucy, Bortoletto, Frederick, Boganovic looking quick. Computer predicting him sixth at the moment as we look at O'Sullivan.
Yep, O'Sullivan coming through the final corner. Made a mistake in that second set. You can see there Boganovic up into the top 7. We'll see what O'Sullivan can do. Improves to 4th, obviously, with a yellow middle sector by, I think he lost about 3 tenths there. So obviously, could be looking to try and take a pole position as that's Collett. They're going very wide as Marty goes quick as there with the 6.04. Very nice from him as Cole Collett coming through. Mansell up to the top 11.
And bringing with him Oliver Gray as well. So that goes 13th fast, so getting quicker. Oh, Collette sliding a little bit. That time deletion. Taylor Barnard, but Montoya's up to 10th. Turn 9 is involving fair and no to failing to follow race director's instructions. So that's going to be, I think, Josh T about the... He was forcing his way through and not respecting the one-by-one system, as Richie said about all that lot.
Yeah, probably, but Carl
Marty.
Collette.
Lap time deleted,
someone
Marty.
dropped down.
Yeah, Marty had his lap time deleted. Go on, Josh T.
Yep, Carl Collette coming up towards the bus stop. So Kane now at the final corner. Here he goes. Currently, personal best green sector 1, purple sector 2 race control. And there it is. 225.604 for track limits at turn 4. But yep, that's either going to be a little penalty or that's going to be a little bit of a warning telling off for that. But goes top 225.697.
So, big improvement coming. The stewards have also put out fair will be investigated after the race for failing to follow the race director's instructions. I presume that's the bollard of the commitment line as well. Lap times improvement. Montoya up to 15th place. Here's Caden Frederick, who went off the track down at Fania a few moments ago, drifting it through Blanchimont. A little bit of spray now, so I'm more confident now looking at this that we're going to have an F2 and an F1 quali. Unless that rain comes back. Oh, he's locked up. He's gone straight on. He's kept it on through the last 2 corners. Forlaroli's gone off the track and it's brought out the yellow flag in sectors 2 and 3, but has got going again. Frederick, it doesn't improve. Dropped a lot of time. Forlaroli has resumed, so he did go off the track somewhere.
Yeah, well, we was watching Collett's lap and you could see he was making so many mistakes, especially through that middle set, but he's still the quickest by a little bit of time, 2 tenths of a second. So surely, you know, if someone can get themselves a clean lap in without making, you know, half spins and stuff, we should see someone easily be able to get 3 or 4 tenths over Cole Collett. This is, I believe, Marty coming through, and this is where he broke the track limits down at turn 9, which actually I found out from Anthony Davidson is called the Jackie X corner.
I thought it was something along Jochen or Jackie X. So it's Jackie X now they named it as. I thought so, yeah. So
Finally it's got a name.
Yeah, because it used to be Speaker's Corner on the old circuit. And then it became No Name, so I called it Brundle because he called it No Name, and then it's become Jackie X.
Brundle. Perfect name.
Yeah.
Perfect name.
Well, he binned it there once, I think.
Well, probably, I think he binned it in a few corners.
Yeah.
Brundle as number 15. I'm sure that is. Is that Mini? It is coming through into the pit lane. So obviously halfway through the session now. So as we still have Bortoletto on track, but yeah, halfway through, most people will be heading back in, getting themselves a new set of wet tyres on. And yeah, I think we'll have a pretty interesting ending as Bortoletto goes quickest by attempting that first section. You've got to think that is basically one corner is the first sector. So when you can get a 10th there, Bortoletto's got lots of time for his middle sector in the final to get himself a very decent time. As you can see, going a little bit wide through the exit of the Lacombe chicane now in towards... Is this Malmedy? I'm very confused
Yeah.
with the name of this corner.
But down at the bottom of the hill, it's Ravage. Malmedy's at the top as well. And then you come into Jackie Hicks here, turn 9.
Very wide.
Yeah, then Puong, double left. Yeah,
Yeah, double left.
swing it in. Look at that, the career of the car's just sort of contorts itself as well as I nearly put my foot through my headphone lead. That's not a great way to go. Now this is the Fania chicane, or Piff Paff, whichever you prefer.
Piff Paff.
Piff Paff, yeah.
Is that actually its name?
It is actually its name. It's got two. It's Piff Paff, or the Fania chicane. And the Fania
I thought it was
chicane.
Campus.
No, it's Piff Paff. Campus is used to be at the old banking section of the track where it used to link into Stavolo. But no, it's Piff Paff for the passing through, or Fania. It's got two translations.
Oh.
I just call
Yeah.
it the Fania because that's what it is.
It just means very surprised to see Solov in 3rd and
Yeah.
Saucy in 4th.
I must
and
admit, I
Frederick
am.
in 7th.
It doesn't make sense to see Nicola Tisolo that far up the board, and Bortoletto might go fastest here as well, our championship leader. He's into the bus stop, which isn't really a bus stop, it's now just a chicane. The bus stop originally was a proper bus stop. Car collects ahead by 0.02 of a second to Paul Aron. Is he faster? Bortoletto, yes, by half a second. My goodness me, the track's improving. Get out there now before that
Yeah,
rain
Marty
comes.
as well. Buonarroti coming through into the final corners. Yeah,
He's
but Marty was
boxed.
up by 5 tenths in the middle. So if you can gain some more in the bus stop chicanes, that is Buonarroti into the pits. And you can still see that bollard.
Yeah.
As this is Marty heading down in towards the bus stop chicane, looking to get himself an improvement, but no, goes back into the pits. So at the moment,
Fuel.
that's at least by 5 tenths of a second.
Must be fuel. Gotta be fuel.
Or track evolution, because you can
Oh.
see it's pretty much dry going into the pit lane.
Yellow flag. And only
that?
Bortoletto and Garcia out there. It's sector 3, so I think it's Garcia who's gone off trying to come back onto the track. Like, into the
Okay.
last two corners. It's gone green now,
It's
so
green.
I believe it is him.
And still,
Oh dear.
Boyer is-
Yeah.
What happened there? Is that a bit of damage?
No, Tom Dillon's not going to be too happy. Yorkshire deducted 48 points in county championship and fined £400,000 by Cricket Disciplinary Commission as part of investigation into racism at club. Actually, that man
I
is
don't
good.
watch cricket, so I don't have a clue. But I imagine Billy just said Tom won't be very happy. I imagine he won't. So you know
Yes.
Tom's very passionate, don't we?
Yes, I'd love to get his viewpoint on that. Reading it's for racism, he might be actually happy they did get fined.
Ooh,
But
wow, that's fair, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Didn't get to the end of that bit before I saw the first part. There's Oliver Goethe in Trident watching on.
Boyer is the only driver so far to not get a representable lap timing, because obviously the 107% time at the moment is a 235.3. Boyer is on a 242.9. So obviously he's got to get himself a time on the board shortly. As this is Paul Aron, and what's happened is the car just rolled forward.
Oh no, not again!
Oh, off the jacks. That isn't good at all. It happened
s-
before, didn't it, with one of the other primers?
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't flash back up and whack his nose as well with a foot nose cone. That's happened to Hamilton in Baku a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or was it Monaco? It was either Baku or Monaco. The front jack flew up and it whacked the nose. Brand new nose cone
Yep.
destroyed by a careless mechanic.
Oh.
Because you need.
Marty.
Yeah. And everyone's into the pits. Everybody pits. So we get ready.
So who do you think it's going to be pole, Josh?
Bortoletto. Let's open up. What do you think, Richie? Then we'll go to Omi and Josh T. Richie?
Well, I'm going to say Paul Aron.
Oh, good shout. Omi, what about you?
Beganovic.
Oh, Josh T.
Bortoletto.
Oh. So
I
we've got two
agree.
Bortolettos,
I
an
agree.
Aron and a Beganovic.
Just because he needs the points for the championship. They're all coming back out now for outlaps.
Yep, O'Sullivan in the other Prema, the one that didn't get chosen for the pole prediction. And he's sitting second on 101 points. Zach O'Sullivan, he's had a weird season, hasn't he? He's had his ups, his downs, and he's been in the middle.
Yeah.
So he's been pretty much everywhere on the grid, hasn't he?
I want him to take another win this season, so he
Would be
can beat
nice.
the record of most wins in Formula 3. He's already
Very
equaled it.
sad.
Can he
Should
beat
we-
it though?
Let's hear
I
from
think
him.
depending on the conditions, if it's dry, I think everyone would have learnt a bit from Budapest how the new medium tyre reacts to dry conditions. It seems to be like a one-lap tyre, really. But if it's wet, I think it's going to be getting a lap in again as early as possible, really, and making sure you have a good banker. The weather here always kind of goes against what the forecast is saying. You can't really predict it. So yeah, we'll have to see.
I think he was spot on about
So rain clouds coming in over the circuit. 7 kilometers. It's just a typical day here at Spa, really. Anyway, what were we talking about before?
Sullivan.
Sullivan, yes.
Sullivan, yeah, he's taken 4 wins, equal the record, and he has about he has 4 more races left of the season. I'm kind of expecting him not to be in Formula 3 next season, so he has 4 more races. So if he can take another win, he'll have the record for the most wins in Formula 3.
Yeah. Well, I think Bortoleto and Iran and Beganovic, sorry, Zekov Sullivan are pretty much, I think, guaranteed a seat in Formula 2, surely. You know, I think, is it Charouz who've got Nasani and Brad and the new...
Where does Nasani gonna leave?
Stuck those 3.
Where does
Nasani's got to go,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the Latifi Mazepin of F2. Like, he's completely off the pace every single time. Same as Amory Cordial. I don't know how he can be that far off every weekend. And the 2, is it Trident of Stanek and Novolat?
Yeah, they're off the pace
There's
lot.
lots of people that need filtering now. isn't
Facts. Was it Novalak who stopped this morning after having a
Yes.
moment? Yeah, and he lost the rear. Yeah. They come through Blanchimont. Actually, do you know, I would say if somebody wanted to risk it with slicks,
Possible.
could be a possibility. And we wouldn't have said that an hour ago, would we? This is how quick. This is what we mean about Spa. It has its own climate. It can change any second. So right now, I would say maybe banker it for slicks. It could work. Let's hear from Apollo on.
The track is drying very quickly.
Yeah.
It's possible that yes, we could do a lap of 6.
Paul Aron is reading my mind as well. That's proving that we do know what we're talking about. Yeah, I reckon it's getting close enough for slicks. As Paul Aron comes into the last corner.
Yellow momentarily, and then green again, and yellows again.
Uh-oh.
The final corners, isn't it, with everyone parked up at the chicane.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, Josh. I came into the VC at about 5 to 2. I said, I'll join for the session, but I don't think we'll actually get a session. Well, now it's going to be looking to go slicks as
Yeah.
I think it is Frederick with the quickest first sector with a 40.3.
It was
very
Nikita.
quick for the ARCs.
It was Nikita Bedrin who stopped in the track. Go on. Look, they're having to actually go and find the water now as Paul Aron. I reckon, yeah, this.
Yeah.
I would box this lap for slicks. I would box and get it. Otherwise, you won't have enough time to get the temperature. Medium
Josh, can you go to
compound.
Alpine?
Yeah. Look, I can visibly see a dry line. And he's snapping. He's snapping with oversteer now because it's too dry on the line. So it's just wet tyres that's being eaten up. Garcia's left the pit lane.
On slicks, maybe?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
This is why we need tyres. We don't have tyre graphics in Formula 3. Next
They
year
don't
we
care
will.
about the feeder 2s, do they, F1?
No, next year they will, because if what I got told is still happening, that the F1, F2, and F3 and Porsche's package will move inside F1 timing.
Oh, good.
Finally.
Very good.
Iran
Sauce
is-
is quickest in the second sector by 7/10 to anyone.
He's probably drifting around as well, O'Sullivan, and so is Paul Aron. They're having a lot of fun out there. Gert is in the pits. Now, that has got to be for dry tyres. Oh, look at Paul Aron 6/10 up already. It's dry. It might rain going into the next 2 sessions, but there's a little bit of spray, but that's manageable.
Sullivan up by 0.8 of a second. Saucy's gone quickest by... He's up 2 seconds.
2 seconds,
I think
yeah.
he is.
It's a
That is
2...
Yeah.
great, that.
1.835. It's a 2:23.345. And now look at this, 2 slows up to second. So, is anyone going to risk it? No, they're going to do one more
Pit.
lap.
They need to pit.
Yeah. F2 is going to be the crossover unless it rains again.
Iran.
Fourth.
Oh, Sullivan, what can he do? He's coming through.
Here he
They're
is.
going to be third.
Sullivan.
Quickest. Oh,
Fourth.
fourth.
Not a good improvement there, really. I was expecting more with the fastest first sector. Mansell's 14th. Sophia Flörsch is 14th.
Yay!
That's very nice to see. And Oliver Gray's to the top 10. So, yeah, the grid to be in front around quite long. You consider the fastest sectors O'Sullivan, Saucy, and Frederick, because we can see, I believe this is one of the ALPs coming down in towards the Lacombe chicane.
O'Sullivan's had his
He's
lap time deleted.
Yep.
Good at all. And that is Barnard into the top 5. That's Marty into the top 5.
Stop pushing Sophia Flörsch down. Bedrin's gone 9th. Browning's gone 5th. Race control. O'Sullivan lap time deleted for track limits at turn 11. That's at Puong. Oh, and Bortoletto's fighting it hard now. So is, look at Barter Montoya 10th. Colapinto's up to 6th as well.
Yep, Bortoletto though is on to watch as that's Mini into the top 7. Bortoletto coming through towards Bonchamont before hitting the bus stop chicane. That is, who's up there into 12th position? That is Johnny Edgar. There, that's very nice of him.
Villa Gomez up to 15th. Here comes Bortoletto at the last corner. Maria Boyer, 13th, 2:24.708. Here comes Bortoletto. Does he improve? Only 4th. Now, is the track now too much for wets? Is it time for to change over to dries?
Surely, it's got to be. It's got to be at least at the risk. If you're
Yeah.
someone who's down 15th or lower, take the risk. Surely, even if you're in the top, even if you're 10th or lower, just take that risk. Go on to some softer tyres. This is O'Sullivan. This isn't a replay. This is him on track at the moment, coming through. But at the moment, yeah, Saucy, a great saucy lap indeed.
Lap time deleted for Francesco Simonazzi. So he's had a lap time deleted. And O'Sullivan too at turn 11. Puong.
Yeah, all 3 ARTs currently doing well. First, second, and fifth.
Take a look at it on the screen. Computer graphic telling us where we are. 2:23.3. Stewards. This involving Maney will be investigated after the session for weaving.
Maney?
Oh dear.
So we aren't at Formula 2 yet, Josh. And then
Yeah, I was going to say Maney.
Sorry,
Josh?
is it Mansell? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Mansell.
This is what only having 3 hours sleep does to you.
I thought I had little at 6. I've had double than you.
I was up late. Rain clouds just at the top now of the circuit. No one's risked it to put on slicks. They've all stayed on wets. Which is weird because earlier on we were saying how they should stay on dry. They should stay on wet tyres because of the safety.
Yeah.
And now at the end of it we're saying, be brave, put wets on. Sorry, put dries on. It's really weird.
I thought someone would have gone for it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not. So Saucy's on a improvements in the first sector with a 40.4, Frederick with a 40.2, Aram with a 40.3. So many improvements through in that first sector as we come through now.
Oh, he's
Ooh,
messed
gone
it
off
up.
track.
Wide.
That is pretty much his lap done. So we can. Well, he has time
Yep.
to go again, doesn't he? I
Yeah.
think.
Do you know, I'm just trying to think. Am I disappointed that the rain's gone? Or am I relieved?
I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
The
We're in,
rain creates a great qualifying every
yeah.
time.
We were in for a really challenging quali, and now it's just not going to be it. Don't forget, wherever Max Verstappen qualifies in today's session, he'll start 5 places less on Sunday, not Saturday.
Who?
Max Verstappen.
Ah.
He's
So,
got-
yeah.
gearbox. So that is applied to the race, not the sprint.
Which would make sense, as Sullivan goes quickest in the first, does 40.0. That is 2 tenths quicker than anyone on the grid. As we come through, Saucy's though, yeah, after that incident, only 3 tenths down considering he had that incident. So obviously not going to look to make much improvement in the final sector. Frederick is looking to go on course for a pole position as Aron goes quickest in the second sector after
Oh,
a personal
traffic.
best in the first. Oh, this is going to be painful.
Lot of traffic for Gregoire Saucy into the braking zone. Polaron's half a second up.
Left-
So,
left-
yeah, he's backed off. Although that time was already gone, really, down at Ravage after Malmedy. So we'll get going again.
Yeah. Oh, well, Sullivan, double purples.
Where is
Yeah, he's
he?
looking
Very
quick.
good as Frederick going through. You can see just coming at the bus stop chicane. Fastest sector, there we are for O'Sullivan, 64.747. Frederick up to.
Oh!
Also doesn't take it.
10th
Aron.
off. Polaron.
Aron.
Yeah, P10. Is he going to improve across the line? Goes up. Fastest by 4/10, but look behind to Zach O'Sullivan. Bogdanovic faster.
Bogdanovic.
Here comes O'Sullivan in number 3. Goes to the top by 3/10. 2:22.551. So the track is improved, and now everyone's going to be on their last laps.
This is
Yeah.
going to be last across the line.
Yeah, it is. It
Mini.
really is.
One to watch. Mini's definitely one to watch. He's done a 40.1 on the 10th down in that first from Sullivan. He's coming through the middle now. Obviously, Mini's always been great at qualifying. And currently, it's a top 3 Prema. 1, 2,
Wow.
3.
Checkered flag is out. Are we concluded with a pole sitter with a Prema 1, 2, 3, just like 7 days ago
Mini.
in Hungary? Mini's
Mini's
out.
looking
Follow
massively
Pinto.
quick.
It's dry. It is bone dry out there in that final sector. You're going to hit the spray. No, it's dry. It's dried out massively. Insane weather here at Spa. So it is
No,
dry
quite
tyre
bad.
weather.
Keep an eye on Colapinto.
Browning goes
Browning
fourth.
Barter!
Barter first sector, yeah.
Yeah.
Montoya. Barter up to 4th. That's amazing. But here comes Gabriel Mini. Takes the checkered flag. The track's improving. And he goes fastest. Yellow sector 1. 2:22.254. Franco Colapinto. P2. 2:22.402. Johnny Edgar up to 4th. 2:22.7. Now where's that yellow flag out? Villa Gomez
Is that-
11th.
A scheduled yellow flags. They go into the.
I'm not sure. Could be.
Marty. He's coming through the final few corners. What can he do?
Marty across the line and takes provisional pole position. Gabriel Bortoletto is miles off coming into the bus stop. He needs a pole position with the extra points you get for Sunday. Can the championship leader do anything to get his season back on track? 22-23, no! He starts 12th for
Alrighty.
both races. Kyle Collette goes 6th, but Leonardo Forlaroli in the Trident out of the last corner. Fastest middle sector. Is he quicker or not than Jose Maria Marti? He's second.
Oh.
16 thousandths off the pace. O'Sullivan isn't improving.
Down.
Tusolo goes 5th.
What's a qualified session? They're
That's
going to be
it.
getting to the top
And
7.
To answer your question, yes, it is.
Right.
But he's thrown around heavily.
Scheduled yellows to take them in. Jose Maria Marti, pole position for Sunday's feature race. Reverse grid pole going to, I believe, Paul Aron in 11th place. That's how quickly
Yep.
Prema got dismantled. Let's hear from Marti.
Together.
Let's go, man. That's another pole, Max. Come on.
Mighty. Now, Bortoletto starts 15th on the grid for both races. Our championship leader is 15th for the sprint and feature race. That might mean the title will go down to Monza in a month and a half's time. Not a bad day.
Not at all. That is a great qualifying session.
I think it's going to be all right when we get to Formula 2 as well in about 20 minutes' time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we get to results, I just want to talk about Alpine for a second. So in the last 18 months, we've had Budkowski fired, Prost left, Safnauer joined, Piastri left, Alonso left, Rossi loses the title, Safnauer left, Permain left, and Pat Fry left. All within 18 months.
Busy time,
Mental.
isn't it?
It is, and obviously Pat Fry has gone to Williams. So what have Williams got that Alpine haven't? Is
Yeah.
the question, and that is something you wouldn't have said 6 months ago.
Certainly is. What a
But
run.
great qualifying in F3. I'd say for me, probably the best qualifying I've seen this season in F3.
I agree.
Very nice.
It was action
Especially at the end.
throughout. Yeah. And well done, Jose Maria Marti. A true pole position for him.
And remember, at one point it was Prema 1, 2, 3. They're now starting 6, 7, 11.
That's pole for tomorrow, though, for Paul Aron in the sprint.
Yep.
But
I thought it was a top
Second.
12 change, not 11.
It's second for him tomorrow. It is going to be, provisionally, Hugh Barter on pole
Wow.
position.
I can't remember if it's 10 or 12 or 11. They always keep changing it. It used to be simple with the top
F3.
8.
F3 is 12, F2 is 10.
Right. So it's Barter on pole, Paul Aron second on the reverse grid. Okay.
But as it's F3, there'll be some changes because I'm guessing that someone is gonna get a penalty, which kicks someone out, and
Oh, definitely.
it just gets confusing.
There'll be some reason that we have to have that penalty. This is Jose Miramati up at Radion after coming up the hill at Eau Rouge and then into the top of Radion. Just bumping over. No spray either. And this already knew he was P1. Holds his finger up.
And Bortoletta's gonna have to get some overtaking done now. He's outside the top 12, so he's just gonna be starting 15th in both races. Obviously, unless there's any kind of penalties. But yeah, Bortoletta, it doesn't look like that he's gonna be getting too many points. He's just gonna have to be fighting
she
his way
fell.
past.
Oh.
What?
She fell.
Who?
There was a lady walking down and she fell.
That's a bit of an L for her.
She's got a huge back as well, so I hope she's okay. She got back up again.
Caught in 4K. Literally.
Jose Miramati then, topping qualifying. Leonardo Follooli starts second for the race on Sunday. Gabriel Mini getting his season back on track in third place as well after podium last time out as well. And victory in the sprint race actually back in Hungary. Then we have Franco Colapinto fourth, Nicola Tuslo fifth, Zach O'Sullivan sixth, Dino Boganovic is in seventh, Johnny Edgar eighth, Carl Collett ninth, and Taylor Barnard rounds up the top 10. Paulo On is 11th, followed by Hugh Barter, Luke Browning, Maria Boyer, Gabriel Bortoleto, a championship leader, 15th. Then we get Gregoire Saucy, followed by Caelan Frederick, Nikita Bedrin, Rafael Villagomez, Tommy Smith, 20th. Sebastian Montoya, 21st. Then followed by Alessandro Garcia, Christian Mansell, Sophia Flörsch, Oliver Gray, Ida Cohen, Ollie Goethe, Wu Yin Xin, Francesco Simonazzi, and Roberto Ferrer takes up in 30th position. Okay, let's get the thoughts of our team. Richie, what did you make of that quali?
It was very nice, and I hope the race can deliver something like this.
Nice to have you up here for the session. Omi, what about you?
No problems.
Yeah, I think the races are going to be an absolute cracker. Hugh Barter and Paul are going to be really a great race. Paul Aron, Taylor Barnard, Kai Collect all in behind. So we're hopefully going to get racing though tomorrow. It does depend obviously what the conditions are looking like.
Yeah.
Saturday is expected to be a tiny bit worse, so you never know what is going to actually happen tomorrow. So we might get some racing, we might not. We might see it postponed, we might see it cancelled. We don't have a clue what is actually going to happen, but hoping that it is going to be a great race tomorrow.
Josh T, you got 10 seconds.
Yep, I'm hoping for the same as I think we all are, and not for any dangerous driving and crashes.
Up next, it's FIA Formula 2. We'll see it from Formula 3 tomorrow in the sprint race at 8:50 a.m. Bye for now.